Hello everybody, welcome to Behave Learning. In the second video today we are going to create a new project and let's get started. And then choose a Maven project, Maven build, and then my version is 11 but yours could be different, and let's go next. Now let's name our project, and you can optionally change your location but it's your choice. And then click finish, and then the default it says org.example, but this could be changed into the website you're testing, so it could be like com.behavecoding. That's just an example. And artifact ID is the name of the project. And this is dependencies, open and close, and this is where you are going to put your Selenium external libraries. Let's go to Maven website by searching up Maven Selenium dependency and the second link. And you can see alpha versions, but we are interested in stable version, that's 3.14. Let's copy that and then paste it in between dependencies. So that's just one, and it's downloading at the bottom, you can see. And I enabled auto import, that's how it does that, and I'll show you later. And with that, let's go to project structure. Let's check our setup modules. Do you see this language level file that's incompatible? You have to change that to whatever version you're using. I made it 11. And dependencies is where actually you can add your libraries. Do you see the Selenium jar files added already? If that was the case, I could also manually add that. And SDK is set for 11, that's normal. And then click OK. Let's search some settings, and I will show you how I did the auto import one more time. And this search query, just type auto import, and you will see two imports. One of them here, choose that one, imports on the fly, and then the other one is Maven important to say projects automatically added, imported. So we can do that. While we are here, let's also check for Java compiler. Scroll down. Java compiler. You also notice it's saying bytecode version is 5, and let's make it 11 as well. Alright, let's check out our source folder. We have main and Java and resources, and test and Java package. And here let's add a package. Say test1. Let's add a new class, and let's say Amazon test. Also, this is the last time we are using main method. We are going to look at some other unit tests going forward. Inside our main method, let's do some setup or configuration. First, let's get our driver from WebDriver interface. And we want it to be Chrome driver, but we'll look at that, and we're going to do the initialization later. We're going to set up the Chrome driver, and I'll show you two ways, and then we're going to go with the second way. And in the method 1, let's use the system class, and it's going to be system.setProperty. And now this is where you're adding WebDriver.Chrome.driver. That's the first part that it takes that, and then the next part is the path or directory that points to the Chrome driver itself. So you can download Chrome driver if you search up Chrome driver and then point the path, but we're not using this one. And we used this in the first video, you can check it out. The method 2, we're going to use WebDriverManager. But first, let's get the dependency files for it. And let's search WebDriverManager Maven dependency. And the first one shows up, Bonnie Garcia. And we can get the latest version on this one. And now let's go to POM XML. And remember, you have to edit in between dependencies. So this is where we're going to add our second dependency. And it's downloaded already. That was fast. And we are just saying WebDriverManager Chrome driver setup. That's all. But remember when I said about driver initialization? So it has to come after the setup. So we are just going to declare WebDriver as driver and then initialize driver at line 24. So let me copy that. Cut it. And on line 14, we're just going to say driver declared. That's all. Now correct setup is achieved. Also, let's configure the URL, and I will store it in a string type. And let's name it URL. Let's go to Amazon.com and then copy the address and paste it here. Also, at this point, let's get our locators. Remember, locators are the things that allow us to navigate, manipulate, click, and then move forward or backward in the web surfing. And then we're going to use the search query and inspect it. And then it has an ID. We can use that ID. That is pretty standard for this one. Let's put a note here. Let's add it here as a note, and we're going to use it later. And then let's check it out. Let's get Amazon website by typing get URL. All right, let's see if this is going to work. Do you see that it shows release version 5? I think we changed it, but for some reason it did not save. Let's check it out once again. And language level to 11. And let's try again. Let's also check our project structure. Module is set for 11. Let's search our preferences. And in the preferences, let's check out our compiler. Do you notice? We changed it, but I think it did not save, so let's make it 11 again. Let's build the project. And then let's execute. All right. So we got to the page, and we're going to enter something in the text box. Let's call driver, and then find element. And remember, we got ID locator, yes? And we can use that one. That's on line 31. Let's copy that and then paste it here. So by ID, give me that. and I'm going to use SendKeys to enter something. Let's search for MacBook Pro. Alright, consider we added MacBook Pro in the text box. Now we have to press enter, and I'll show you how to get the locator. And we might use a different locator on this one. And then there's another way to do, and this place we are going to inspect. And that's you can try class name. Let's call driver and then find element. And let's try by class name. This is a different locator. Let's test it if it's going to work. And there's a high chance that it's not going to work. No problem. We can use another locator to go about it. Alright, it enters the text, but it doesn't click. Which is why, in this case, it is important to learn how to use the keyboard actions. And I will show you the keyboard actions in the next video. It's going to make it so easy to press enter. And that way, you don't have to worry about if this locator did work or not. You can bypass this line easily. Let's change this to a different locator now. That is the button. Let's go to copy and then copy XPath. This is another locator we'll discuss more in detail as well as CSS locator. Don't worry about it right now. It is just an XPath, and XPath is passing this value. Let's paste it. And let's test it out. Alright, entering the text and clicking. Alright, success. Going forward, we're going to learn so many other things like navigating inside the space, scrolling up and down, clicking other links in here. Alright, let's add a note here about XPath. And this will be all for today, and thanks for watching. And optionally, let's add a way to close this tab and it opens. Then that will be all. Thanks again, and have a great learning experience. Feel free to ask questions. Until next time.